BW.
Broken walls.
Black and white.
Sure. Atlas. Oh, Dewa are on blue side again. RRQ. So 3 games in a row, stay on red side. And they ban. Oh, this Paquito ban. The RRQ ban the Kirara?
I feel like that's not a bad idea, no? Considering how games have been going.
Yep. I think it's a... The Marcel is also open, so maybe they trade the Hirara for a Marcel.
Is it
The
worth
Barats is also open. They ban the Hirara.
Yeah.
Uranus, Barat, Marcel. Those are the 3 heroes that have been left open.
In fact, knowing Coach Right, it might be a one with more... Oh, whoa, never mind. No,
Oh.
I was not expecting the gold lane. Okay.
So they banned the Paquito so that it opens up the Claude? Or is this a bait to go, to force RRQ to go Brody?
I'm just scared
No
that it's
way.
just a comfort pick for maybe.
Maybe.
Like from last season.
Maybe.
Maybe. Maybe it's for maybe.
Maybe the case.
So do they want to go Barats here?
No, because the Uranus is available, right?
Yeah,
That's
Uranus,
why Dewa put RRQ on the hot seat. That's why they were like, yo, now you make the move, then we'll react to it. If you go for the Uranus, Harley and Moskov.
This is very out meta.
Wait a second, brother. That's a bit crazy, no? This should just be Uranus, no? Or the Alice again.
It's like they're concerned about the flex potential, so both teams are hiding it, right? They show the actual damage dealers, only to make sure that they can get the EXP lane solid matchup, to show like they want to get the roll matchup too.
What in the world are we living in?
Nolan
and
Uranus. I like that. They're gonna try to go for a fast rotation early, trying to secure those neutral objectives before RRQ. So RRQ, what's the response? There's already no Brody, so shout outs.
So Esme can be an option here if they want to go for an EXP lane pick. Get the earlier prio, cut some waves maybe, invade the jungle. That's a strat that can work. Otherwise, oh, okay, well,
Yep.
option 1 immediately.
This time it's not bad though, the Esmeralda pick. Because
Yeah.
it's up against Uranus, not a Barats from yesterday.
Right.
And now we come to the second phase of the drafts.
Wonder if the Belleric's still in the picture. Knowing that RRQ are really like against it for some reason, right?
I think Beleric will be good for RRQ, no?
Can be. Depends.
They're also still lacking a mid laner.
I think the Harley and the Nolan though, like the 1v1 is gonna be interesting. But that aside, with the Harley in position, like there's much more emphasis on RRQ to like hold ground, right? If they can't really stop Dewa from jumping towards the top hat of Harley, might be a tough time for Demon Kai.
Yeah, really good Mathilda ban right there. I think Coach Riot right now might be thinking of an Avaria, but I'm not too sure.
I was thinking Eudora. Do they want to ban Eudora instead?
Eudora will be solid against the Harley. It would be pretty good with the Nolan too, and then they'll lock it in with a Kaja maybe, play a Geek Fam game, maybe.
Unless Coach Wright bans Eudora here. Because technically, if RRQ pick it up, it can also work for them.
Yeah.
Oh, and opens up that potential miracle. We talked about how if you have a Harley and a Eudora, like even the tankiest of tanks can get deleted.
But again, for Dewa, they can still get some proper setting tools like a Beleric if that were to happen. They could actually stop the Eudora. So they ban out the Minotaur. Really just looks like, I mean, from the last game, that they're just going to go for a Beleric again. Another setter. Well, right now they need a setter. They don't have a single setter.
Is it because they know that the Beleric is just not RRQ's thing, where they go for the Minotaur immediately?
Because I feel like the Gatot was also not like the greatest of picks for RRQ in that last game.
I think the Beleric would have been the better pick. That's why. So, Adi, has he learned from that game? Because he learned from the Melissa yesterday to ban it now.
Has he learned over game?
Unless it was a side decision.
It was a Saeed decision. If it was a Saeed decision to go Gatot over Beleric, Saeed, you've said enough.
He says so? That's crazy.
He's Saeed enough.
Rafaela gets banned out.
Right, Rafaela. So they're concerned about the mobility, I think, aspect of it, no? And
Do they let it go? Do they just leave the Beleric? Ban Eudora? Beleric? What? What do you want to ban?
I think they might... Oh, Novaria.
Okay.
Yep. Novaria gets banned out. Another safe mid laner that can actually, you know, deal with the Nolan and the Claw. They go for the Eudora pickup. There you go. This should be the Beleric together with what? That's the question now. Do they go for Lilia?
Yeah.
Safe choice in the mid lane.
Oh, man.
There's no value for the Valentina. Lilia makes a lot more sense. Clear fast. What else is the option?
I mean, if they want to go, I don't know. It has to be...
The Tushin is still available, I guess, if they want some more survivability.
Not a fan, man. We saw how that matchup played out
Can't
earlier.
they like Kaja Kadita or something?
Kaja Kadita. That means they'll have solid mid prio. The Kadita will be solid against Eudora, but that's it, right? The Harley, the Moskov should be pretty safe from it.
So you think Kaja with a burst damage source can work?
Now, oh!
Octa!
That's a bit crazy right there, Octa, but it is exactly the crazy. That is the norm for Octa. Back to his roots.
Yeah. Comfort pick again. We had a comfort pick for Kin earlier on with Alice, and now it's a comfort pick for Octa.
It's ration, right? Each game, one comfort pick. That's it.
That's all you get.
And it is a Ruby to deal with the Uranus.
Oh.
Wait, it's a Ruby Rome?
I believe so.
Saeed!
Esme, what?
No, it's
Okay.
Ruby Rome. Ruby
wait.
Rome, Saeed.
It is a hero that he has picked up.
It used to be signature, but it's a long time ago.
Yeah, it was like even before last season.
Yeah, it was like legit
2 seasons ago?
2 or 3 seasons ago, yeah. He hasn't really been known to play the Ruby that well. And the Ruby itself hasn't really been all that crazy in the past couple of seasons.
It's more of a playmaker though.
And it's good for like long fights, right? Technically, if the items are there, in the long fights, he can do a lot of crowd control, can also like sustain back up. Big if though.
A big if, a lot of ifs, but the only sure thing is both of these teams are not functioning on a certain timer. They can all both go to the later stage of the game, so we could be expecting a longer game, but we'll see how things go in the early. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the final game between Dewa United and RRQ. Can RRQ find their redemption once again after their loss of the Classical Derby against EVOS? Here, right now, up against Dewa.
You don't want to start your series, you don't want to start your season 0-2, but Dewa, they find themselves in a similar position.
True, man. There's a lot at stake right here. That more than just the current situation, there's the future situations to try and consider for both teams. For Dewa, looking at the emblems here, a lot of focus on the mobility right here. Tenacity only for Itoshi Kesu. Man, would that Beleric actually be a big problem though? But the Master Assassin for Kin as well, trying to get some lane prowess against Joshua's Esmeralda. See if they can swing the tides in favor of the Uranus, because usually it's the Esmeralda until like quite a bit later.
We've seen that work, and sometimes we don't see it work, but in this particular situation, is it warranted a Master Assassin for the Uranus?
It might just be a Kin thing, you know. He wants to really bring the fight towards the opposition. By all means, you do lose out, quote unquote, but not heavily, especially not after getting a couple of levels in. And right now, at level 3, I think Kin's doing a pretty okay job.
I mean, he's actually been able to secure everything. All the extra shots are going to be taken low. Oh, almost a pick. The lethal ignition, not just there. Kane might be punished for this, and he will be punished. Saeed just making sure that kill goes away over the Demon Kite. And it's RRQ again with first blood.
He nearly dodged it. He nearly dodged it, but that final push in from Saeed really just put the nail in the coffin. But even without Kane in the area, it looks like Demon Kite still also unable to take a grasp on the neutral objective. Look at Kin and how he's able to push everyone away.
Wait. This is a really good zone from Kin. Because look, on the other side of the map, they're going to go for the neutral objective. It looks like it's going to be free. Good Thunder Sprat now. Free neutral objective. The SOD doesn't land. The Blaze coming down from maybe onto Saeed. Just a bit more poke. So at the end of the day, it's 2 kills. Octa and Kane both dying for the neutral objective.
A lot of battle spells used right there to really try and get a bit of a trade in. I think they ideally want a bit more, but looking at the gold, they're still doing pretty okay considering that the turtle did go to Dewa. again, with the Eudora Harley, they want to find more plays like this. So eyes on side, man.
Goes for it. Oh, Raptor driving the flicker to kill in the mid lane, and now it's going to be another as Pain walks up. A big double for Octa. That neutralizes the lead that RRQ had in the early game.
Instantly, 800 gold lead, and now literally back to back. Back and forth, 0, 7, 6, 4. A 2-for-1 trade, really well done as well by Dewa United. Is this something that we were expecting? Is this the result that we're expecting in the early game?
I thought there would be more danger coming in from RRQ, but Dewa did a great job there, turning the initial pickoff into a longer fight, technically, so they're able to actually go for some more punish. Now that that has happened once, I think RRQ are going to be a bit more hesitant going for any pickoff attempt if they don't know where the rest of the team is.
Oh,
Joshua?
Yeah, they can really burst this guy down if he's not careful, so Joshua instantly uses the Falling Star Moon. Great awareness to spot out an ambush.
And this is still very early on in the game as well. And they're already respecting it that much. Imagine when Octa starts to scale.
Oh yeah, that's a problem for sure.
And I think for Dewa, the damage can come in like slower. So RRQ has a lot more burst damage, but the moment they don't really get an instant pickoff and they allow Dewa to actually stay in the fight for a bit longer, that's where it can get really messy. In a way, funny enough, it's like this. It's like the opposite matchup of the previous game, right? RRQ are the ones playing with burst right now, but Dewa is showing them how you deal with it, kind of.
Which is why the Lunox picks really, it came into clutch, right? It's a lot safer. You don't really naturally have to use a Purify because of the resources that you have in your kit. We'll see exactly how things go out. Level 6 already. Kin still trying his best to go for the zone. Will Demon Kite be able to secure this with a level lead over Kane?
I mean, RRQ have done a good job zoning them, doing damage, poking them as well. Kin can combo the Spear of Misery, the taunt doesn't land. Kin pops into Consecration, Saeed is right there. Oh, a pick onto Joshua, and now Octa on Saeed! Retribution still clean for Demon Kite, but it's Hajid who's going to be caught all alone as Kin jumps in, and now that's the shield proc into a double on the Uranus. Even he gets, oh my, wait, Kin? No way he gets a triple on the Uranus. It might just be, oh my god, the shield proc, Arthur! He gets on the turret, Kin gets thrown away. Joshua picks up the kill. A bit too greedy for Kin, but there's no shutdown, and it is given over maybe. Ooh, a way to take a structure maybe. Capitalizing on Kin's death.
3-for-1 trade, but is that the damage coming out from the emblem, the Master Assassin? Is that the point of how he utilized it?
I think it's mainly taken for laning power, not really in a messy time like that, but I think it did pay off a little bit.
Oh yeah.
That 1v1. Overall though, the fact that Joshua got bursted down so fast there, I think he really got caught off guard. That's the problem with Dewa's composition. They don't really operate with a requirement of a stun, like a big signal. At any point, Octa can just jump in and just delete you.
Yeah, that's why the counter, it was a good pick. It's not only, you know, a safe, there's damage to it. It's a great counter as well towards the Esmeralda. And you think that the front line would have a say in these particular team fights, and it really just doesn't.
Well, the Moskov is still there for the late game for RRQ, but I think they definitely predicted that they're going to be doing so much better here in the 6 to maybe 10-minute mark. Now that they are the ones actually ahead, they seem to be playing a little bit safer. They're corralling around Arthur. 10 seconds to go for the neutral objective, though. I think Dewa once again want to try and make something happen.
We're still in the 6th minute of the game, so it looks like both gold laners rather haven't been activated just yet, but we do see the second item pop through in for maybe. Let's see if it pays an impact.
Saeed on the back. Retribution coming down now. Blazing Duet as well with the Purify, and K gets away with the Wrath of the Tribe, peeling him away, and that's the Blazing Duet with Kin together. Maybe he gets poked down by the poker trick, but Saeed is surely going to fall now as Itoshi, Kesu walks up and taunts him. The trees on the board. Demon Kite running for the hills, and Kane is just waiting for a possible Moskov walk-up. Boom.
Another 1-for-3 trade in the grand scheme of things, and it feels like the same thing happens over and over in these particular team fights. RRQ just can't catch a break, can't win a team fight in the first, 7 minutes of the game.
On the bright side, they're keeping maybe at bay, sort of, right? But by diving all the way towards him, but surely it's not worth it, and they can't keep they can't sustain this kind of loss. You know, trading 1 for 3 again and again could not be value for RRQ.
Oh, Wrath of the Drian from Kesu! Octa with a follow-up. Kim just zoning the backline so Hajirin can't retaliate. Oh my god!
It's a wombo combo. It's happening again. It's working out really, really well. Dewa united now, 3,700 gold lead. They have a structure as well in the mid side as well. They're pushing more for themselves. Like the damage that we were expecting from Hajirin and Demon Kite, we're not really seeing it just yet.
And no one can kill Kin now.
Yep.
Except maybe Arthur if he gets 3 items. 4.
Exactly. They have to wait on the Moskov because we talked about how the double burst Eudora Harley might be able to keep Kin at bay. But because he's doing so well right now, he rushed the Radiant Armor and the Oracle. And at this point, with RRQ being quite behind, it's not a damage magically to try and deal with Kin.
That was legit his first item. And then it worked out really well because even in lane, he's up against the Esmeralda, so he's killing 2 birds with 1 stone here. There's literally no amount of magic damage that can pierce through him at the stage in time, especially with the Oracle. But you're right. They're waiting for that power spike coming in from Arthur. They need that 3rd item, and they need it fast.
This is gonna break a moment right here. Oh my god, they're just gonna blitz it down. Hajirin shows himself before Saeed even conceals. It's gonna be a free pick. Good Saeed move. I'm offended, but it's just everybody blitz down in the back. I think that was just a complete miscommunication. I was thrown off by Hajirin walking out of bush, giving out their position. Arashi, what the heck?
I think I don't know, man. It seemed like Saeed was still waiting for a chance, but Hajirin might have...
We need a replay on that.
He might have said that, hey, there might be a call that we're letting go of the attempt. Either way, man, they went for the same Eudora Ruby pickoff attempt, and it hasn't worked out before. Demon Kite trying to make some plays happen, but he's isolated right now. Dewa can collapse onto him.
I really wish we get to see the replay there because I think that was a big fumble. Without the conceal, like, that was a good set, but they were expecting it. Because they saw Hajirin.
The Belric with the zone, just walking up like that, forces RRQ to fall back immediately. Only 1 Purify in the hands of Arthur. Trying to hold on to the protection right there, and they will be able to keep the one in the mid lane. Lord's still coming through, though.
At the very least, though, in the bottom lane, Arthur was able to get a turret. So I don't know, was the call to go all in that team fight? Was it not? But they were functioning without a gold laner in that particular situation. Well, we're going to see the highlights after this game ends, but I think it's a valid question. I think what exactly happened in that team fight?
Well, what exactly happened, we can't really tell just from the replay, by all means. But we'll take a closer look for sure. But Divine Glaive on Octa, 5-1. Oh boy. At this point, are you concerned about the Lunox or the Belric, right? There's so many things that they are throwing in the faces of RRQ. Look at Kid.
Yeah, he can just stone everybody. Rapid try from Itoshi. Kesu into the burst on Saeed, and none of them will be taken down. Amazing brilliance by Octa. Gets away. They get the pick under a base turret on a roamer, and they don't get punished. Not even a battle spell. Well, the flicker was used by Kesu, but it was to engage. No flickers back.
Right, that's a Dominus Ice built by Kin as well. It's gonna allow him to tank up more when he is surrounded by the whole roster of RRQ. And he didn't have a complete item earlier, and he's able to actually tank up the damage under the base of RRQ. So it's looking tough. But again, RRQ, they have burst damage to work with, but can they get to the power spikes before they will force the end?
Speaking of burst damage, what do you think about Demon Kite's build right now?
It's the concentrate energy into Genius Wand into Brute Force.
Yeah, it's a CE Brute Force build.
It's meant for like a longer, like brawl, you know, a longer fight where you can actually serve as like a proxy DPS. So he's trying to get best of both worlds, technically. And now with the Lord here, Dewa are definitely going to push the issue.
So do you think it's value in this situation where RRQ's behind?
Oh, I think not so much because they keep trying to go for picks anyways, but look at this.
Yeah, instant burst. Joshua finds Splice Armor now. Maybe goes in, unoffended, locking him down. That's gonna be the first down. A shutdown gets picked up by Arthur, and that's a pick up again. Wait, this is a massive fight. Hold on. Itoshi Kesu with the taunt. Arthur still wreaking havoc in the back line, but Immortality comes around for Itoshi Kesu as he loses it. His kin continues to chase. Now it's Baby coming down. The ball lightning is already there. Sajik is getting burst down, and that's the jump from Okta. Now onto Arthur, but he's left all alone, and Arthur gets a massive shutdown. A big double to send RRQ back into level 2. Kin able to survive, not taken down by Demon Kite, and now he walks up to try to find the Moscow, but again, Dewa have already secured the Lord.
Arthur did work, though, in that team fight. Arthur tried his best. 3 members taken down. They shouldn't be able to maximally capitalize over the Lord here. Maybe and Kin are alone right now. Demon Kite?
All right.
We'll be fine.
It's all on Arthur right now to carry this team.
Man, did you hear? As soon as Arthur found a moment, you could hear the kingdom just go wild in the building.
I mean, the game is literally on his shoulders, man. With so much defensive item built towards the magical damage, he's the one that has a window here. But again, he can do it once, but how many times can he pull off a play like that without Dewa wisening up to it?
It's all on you, Arthur. Oh.
Literally King Arthur.
Gold, maybe. I mean, I understand there's so much magic damage, but
will that be enough, though?
That's how the Moscow was able to tear through everybody. I thought by now, Kim would also have a Chastised Pauldron. No Chastised Pauldron at all.
Is he going for it now with the Steel Lutpiii?
I think so.
All right, that's a big power spike that will slow down Arthur's effectiveness. Because again, a lot of the damage was on Kin, yes, but a lot of damage pierced through Kin towards his other teammates, and that is what made Dewa a bit hesitant to walk up towards Arthur.
Yeah, that piercing damage, man, you can't really play front to back against it. This was, I think, the first time that Arthur found an SOD. All the other times, the SOD has just been missing, and that's why you see the instant impact from Arthur.
I think earlier there was one fight where he actually landed it, but at that point the fight was
done.
Already lost by the time the spear landed. So it's actually good restraint from him. And now with 40 seconds to go here, more time for RRQ to farm up. Only a 4k gold disadvantage. Now the burst damage question pops up again with the lightning transient completed for Demon Kite as well. He's full build technically with still the boots though.
They won't gonna split up, man. They can't be grouping up together. If they get caught on the I'm offended from Saeed into that piercing damage again, it'll be the same story.
It's gonna be very, very difficult for them to find an advantage in these particular team fights. And as things progress, we're entering, the later stages of the game. 15 minutes in, Chastise built up. These Lord dances are going to be ever as important, and you can see that Dewa United were able to clear the bottom lane first, and they're going to be able to set up for this Lord faster as well, as we have information now, and they have information that Arthur is in the bottom lane.
Cleared out the bottom lane. Arthur's dealt with it. Rose Gold Meteor for Kane. They're going to try to get that mid-prio, I think. They shouldn't burst this down. All right, there you go. Maybe sent into the mid lane. That bottom wave looks pretty good for Dewa. I think Arthur cleared the previous wave, but it was already poked by the mini waves of Dewa. Over on 2. They're gonna go for the burst down on Saeed as the Falling Star Moon lands, and now Saeed able to find the MPL, but it's not gonna be enough right now as Arthur is able to pierce them down. Maybe he's gonna be down already. Spear of Misery, locking him out. Kesu loses the immortality. Getting in the midst of it all still right now as he decides to disengage, and Demon Kite gets the pick. It's 2 for 2, but it's the damage dealer, the marksman of Dewa, who's been traded out for only just the mid laner, Hajirin.
King will come back. King's already rotating back. Kin trying to zone Arthur away, but the problem, the challenge, the obstacle still remains there for Dewa United. If none of them are able to take down Arthur in these team fights, it's going to be very difficult to find the success that they were able to before Arthur got to the power spike.
Look at that wave bot. Look at that wave bot. This is good for RRQ. They can play it slow.
It met on their side of the map, and now Kin trying to buy some more time. RRQ trying to play it slow. They have the macro game.
They have the man advantage as well. Kesu is only now just spawned. He's still far away from the rest of the team. Kin. Consecration takes the deadly magic as well. That's a big resource. Saeed now with the conceal. Kane's right there in the bush. He is able to go for it, but now he's going to be taken down instantly. SOD lands in the back line right now, but Arthur takes it, and that's Demon Kite with the retribution on the Lord. Plays into one of the AoE damage. That was Kin is able to walk him with ball lightning. He's able to lock him down. Octa with a crown. Itoshi Kesu pinned down. Arthur's able to get the play. Maybe, but in a way now. Chased down by Joshua and Demon Cat as Kin is able to get a Hajin in. Maybe with Rose Gold Meteor. Now it's Arthur on Kin. He's going to be taken down. A massive shutdown to put Arthur on top. And the wait bot is good. It's all now on Maybe. And Kane, who will be spawning in 14 seconds.
Arthur is godlike, ladies and gentlemen. Things are going ever so wrong for Dewa United. Maybe is the only one left standing. 3 members from the Kingdom Ara.
Oh!
It looks like this is it.
Oh! He gets the deadly magic into the fountain in time. Arthur looking for the siege. They're gonna go straight for it now as the Blazing Ray comes around and Demon Cat's gonna try to clear it with the nature still there for Maybe. Kane still able to clear it out in time. Now the mid-wave. Kesu's walking up. They'll be able to defend. And RRQ failed to end. Dewa, it's Kane and Maybe to prolong the game again.
But even in this situation, despite them being unable to end, you can see and say that RRQ have found value. They pick up that tower in the bottom side of the map unless, and unfortunately though, they do have to go back to yet another Lord fight. But what an intense showing from both teams.
They were slow to rush towards the bottom lane right there. There seems to be a bit of hesitation when the stakes are this high, when they're that close to a comeback. They went for the safer route. They got the turrets on the mid lane as well. And now they can play this nice and slow, waiting for the right chance for Hajin to once again go for a huge burst play.
Also though, we have to
So
raise
good,
some
though.
concerns. That conceal by Saeed into the top tri-bush. Kane sees him and decides to poke him. Kane needs to be a lot safer around these neutral objectives. Now it's going to be the Evolve Lord. Now it's the big one. Whoever gets this will probably win the game.
What do you think it is? Do you think it's the jitters that are, you know, coming to the surface for Kane? Because this isn't the first time that we see him create a, I would honestly call it a mistake, right? A mistake like that.
It just could be the pressure of the situation, man. I mean, when you're up against a Eudora, like we just saw earlier, Eudora, Harley, when you're up against heroes like this, you kind of have to play some mind games. They can beat out your skills so easily. I think he really had other things on his mind to worry about. But now with 15 seconds to go, he needs to lock in, man. This is the one that most likely will decide the game.
Ooh, it's all about this far lane. They can send Arthur into the bottom lane again, but that's still a gamble because they're gonna have to rely on an SOD landing. They're keeping that minion wave from being cleared out so that it can build up, so it takes longer for it to shove. Arthur deals with it. He's gonna go for another wave. But if he shows, I think Dewa is just gonna try to blitz it. They have a Lunox. Saeed and Hajirin with the conceal.
Joshua Steven.
Oh god. It's at half HP. The wave in the bottom lane is great for RRQ, and that's why they will have to respect it. Kane is the one who gets sent to recall. No, they have to send Octa. Who do they send? They're hesitating. And the Lord's being held down by Joshua. They sent both. Kane recalled as well. Demon Kite's on it. They know something's sus. Itoshi Kesu with the Wrath of the Dryad. Now they go on to the Lord, but it's still gonna be safe. They didn't blitz it. Both teams hesitating.
Kane?
Here in the front, Demon Kite wins out the retribution, and now they try to disengage the skirmish. Brilliance out already, and RRQ have gotten the neutral objective.
Really well done. Very creative.
Whoa.
They sent members down bot.
Whoa!
And now Dewa have to clear out these lanes. It's not going to end here, but is it just delaying the inevitable?
Why did both recall? That was the question.
Yeah, RRQ could have delayed the recalls. That would have been ended. The minions took half the Crystal's HP away. But now this is the safe pick they went for. They want to go with a 5v5 with the Lord.
No, I meant why did Kane and Octa recall both of them? Why
So
not?
lucky,
That's
so
true.
lucky.
Uh-oh. Kesu holding on. They're dealing with the wave in the bottom lane by Maybe. Kane up top, clearing the wave. Arthur was sent up top there. Wrath of the Dryad now, able to lock Joshua. It's a big pull onto Octa. Win a crown already. Octa still has the brilliance. He goes for the brilliance as well. Now he's getting the damage coming down, but he can knock the turret down. BMI, the Blazing Duet, already with the nature as well as Arthur goes into the base, and they'll end it right here. RRQ get a game win, a match win, 2-1.